Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good, and in this video we will be talking about how to handle an asynchronous code in promises. So in the last video we have discussed like what is promises in JavaScript and why do we actually need promises in JavaScript. If you haven't looked at that video, I request you to please check that out because it will help in this video to make it understand better. So let's get started with this video. So what I will do, I will just write over here a simple function which will be fetch data. Fetch data. This data will be an arrow function which will take an argument. So this will be an user ID, right? And this will be an arrow function, and this is how we write arrow function in JavaScript. What it will do, it will return me a new promise. So return me a new promise. So promise, and as we have already discussed, promise will take a function, a callback function actually, which will be having two parameters. So the parameters will be resolve and reject, and this will be again an arrow function. And to make it asynchronous, what I will do, I will just use a function which is inbuilt function in JavaScript, set timeout, which will execute asynchronously after a certain amount of time. And what do I mean by asynchronous? It will just execute aside from the main thread. It will not execute in the main thread, it will just move aside from the main thread. So what it will do, it will just execute a function after a certain second. So I will just write it down over here, set timeout. This will take first parameter as a function, and the second parameter will be a time after which it should execute. And this will, what we will do, we will just create a const user, and we'll just create a JSON object out of it. So ID will be the user ID, right? Name will be John Doe, and yeah, and maybe address will be Bangalore. That's all. And what it will do from here, it will actually return me. So we have discussed it in the last video how promises returns the value. Whenever it is like satisfied, we will do resolve. So from here we will just resolve it, and resolve will be returning me the user, right? So this is how the user will be returned. And how to handle this thing? So what I will do, I will just call this fetch data. Fetch data will be taking an user ID as 1, and to, if we are resolving this thing, what method will be called? Dot then method will be called, correct? Dot then, and it will be having data. And what I will do, I will just console.log that data out, just like that. And if I am having some error, how should we handle that thing? We will handle it with the help of catch. So error, and here we'll just console.log it, error, and over here we'll print the error. That's all. So let me save this thing file, and let me open the command line, and let me run the code. And now here you will see it will take 2 seconds, and after 2 seconds it will return me and data, right? So this is how we handle an asynchronous code in JavaScript. What it will do, the fetch data will be called. First of all, the promise will be we are making a promise. What promise will do, if we are like making an API call to another server, we have to wait there, right? And after the data will come, we will just process that data, we'll send that data. So instead of set timeout, what we can do, we can just write anything like send an API request and wait for it, or something asynchronous like writing and reading from a file, some asynchronous stuff like IO operation. We can do it, we can do that thing in over here. So what we have done, we have just created a simple user, and simple user will be just resolved, and we are getting after the 2 seconds this dot then will be executed, and this data will be pointing to whatever it is written in the resolve. Same for the reject. If I write over here reject, let's say like due to something, this is getting reject, right? And we are, so what should, where it should go, it should go in catch, right? So if I execute over here, it will take 2 seconds, and we will see error, see, right, over here. So reject and resolve will be depending on whatever we are writing. So resolve will point to dot then function, and reject will point to dot catch function. That's all. This is very simple, right? So hope you understand like how this asynchronous task we can handle it by promises. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing it for future new videos. We over here we are discussing, in this playlist we are discussing the interview questions, most task interview question in JavaScript interviews. And yeah, hope you all get selected in your interview process. Thank you so much. Until then, cheers, bye bye.